Before they became teammates this season, Sam Huff, by his own admission, used to hate facing Robbie Ray when they were both playing on opposing teams in the American League West. Ray was a Seattle Mariner for a couple of years. Huff was drafted and developed by the Texas Rangers. They faced each other 5 times, Ray striking out Huff in 3 of those plate appearances, Huff drawing walks in 2 of those plate appearances for an on-base percentage of .400. But the one memorable plate appearance between the two of them actually had nothing to do with the results of the plate appearance. It kind of did, but not necessarily. The date was July 15th, 2022. Robbie Ray at the time was the reigning American League Cy Young Award winner. Huff was playing the 40th game of his Major League career. He was still a rookie at the time. The count was 2-2. There was a runner on first. Ray came set and then held that position for roughly 20 seconds. The only movement that he really made with any part of his body was oscillating between looking at Huff at the plate and the runner on first base, and he does so again for about 20 seconds, so much so, or rather holding that position so long, that the home crowd at Globe Life Field began to shower him down with boos before Ray acquiesced, stepped off the rubber, and then subsequently struck out Huff. As I mentioned, Huff wasn't exactly fond of facing Ray when they were opponents, but he is certainly happy to catch Ray as his primary catcher, especially on afternoons like today when Ray is pitching as well as he pitched today. Ray going 6 innings, allowing 1 earned run, walking none, striking out 7 as the San Francisco Giants beat the Washington Nationals 3-2 today, improving to 31-22 on the season and winning a series to begin the first leg of their 3-city road trip, the other 2 legs being the Detroit Tigers and the Miami Marlins. And for those of you who are wondering, no, they will not have to face Tarik Skubal, who threw one of the most impressive outings of this millennium, 13 strikeouts, complete game shutout, does it on 94 pitches. They will not have to face him when they travel to Detroit for tomorrow's Memorial Day game. And as for Ray, his ERA on the season is now 2.56. He's had 6 consecutive quality starts during this stretch in particular. His ERA is now down to, or his ERA during this stretch specifically is 1.67, or 1.62 rather. And this is the idealized version of what the Giants thought that they were acquiring when they made the trade with the Seattle Mariners. They obviously knew they weren't going to get much in 2024. It was not necessarily a gap year, but it was more so, that year was more so just an opportunity to get him back at the Major League level, get a couple starts under his belt. Then he would go into the offseason fully healthy. And having had this fully healthy offseason, having had the opportunity to go through a full spring training, Ray now looks as advertised and has provided the Giants, alongside Logan Webb, with one of the better 1-2 punches in all of baseball. As of right now, the Giants are one of 5 teams, the others being, I think it's the Padres, Rangers, Yankees, and I think the Phillies, one of 5 teams in Major League Baseball who has 2 starting pitchers with an ERA below 3. And going into today, Webb had the best FIP in all of baseball, that is fielding independent pitching. It was the best until Tarik Skubal did what he did. Now he's the only pitcher, Skubal that is, with a FIP under 2, but that's neither here nor there. And again, it was just another phenomenal start in what has been a stretch of phenomenal starts for Ray. And here's what he had to say about his outing today against the Nationals.
We talked about in spring how, this was the season to target when you joined the Giants, especially, having the fully healthy offseason, that be on a run like this. Just what kind of confidence does it give you going forward, especially, given that it has been a while since you've thrown a full season?
Yeah, I'm feeling really good. I'm just trying to, for me, it's just going out one game at a time. And giving my team a chance to win every time out. I think that's my goal, is just keeping us in the ball game. But it definitely feels good to be able to do that this consistently. So just looking to keep it rolling.
What do you think about how this pitching staff is operating as a whole, and do you guys feed off of each other?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's one guy goes 6-7 innings, you want to do the same. I mean, I think that the energy, the focus, the intent, it's infectious. And I think that we're just building off of each other. We're just trying to go out there and do what we're supposed to do as starting pitchers, and that's set the tone.
And following Ray's departure, manager Bob Melvin went to a pretty familiar formula as far as the 7th 8th, and 9th innings go. He went to Randy Rodriguez for the 7th inning. Typically, we'll see Camilo Duvall in a lot of those situations, but he went to Rodriguez today, and Rodriguez threw yet another scoreless inning. His ERA, it's .79 on the season. He hasn't allowed an earned run all month. Tyler Rogers pitched a scoreless 8th, but in the bottom of the 9th inning, we got a bit of dramatic as Ryan Walker took over, inherited the 2-run lead. C.J. Abrams began the inning with an opposite field double, and following Josh Bell's flyout, James Wood brought the Nationals within 1 with a double of his own, and now the Nationals are in a situation where they have the tying run on second, 1 out in the frame. But despite the opportunity for the Nationals to tie the ball game in the bottom of the 9th inning, Walker's able to compose himself, able to get those final 2 outs, and record his 10th save on the season, albeit seeing his ERA go to 5.21 on the season so far.